BTV ਦੇਖ ਰਹੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਹੀ ਦਰਸ਼ਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਮੇਰੇ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਯਾਨੀ ਕਿ ਸ਼ਵੀ ਸਿੰਘ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਪਿਆਰ ਭਰੀ ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ। B ਸਪੈਸ਼ਲ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਬਹੁਤ-ਬਹੁਤ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਹੈ ਜੀ। ਅੱਜ ਦਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਸਪੈਸ਼ਲ ਇਸ ਲਈ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਹੈ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਅੱਜ ਹੈਗਾ ਜੀ ਨੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਪਪੇਟਰੀ ਡੇ, यानी कि कठपुतलियां दे ਜਿਹੜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਈ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮਸ ਦੇਖੇ ਹੋਣੇ, ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਬਚਪਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਾਂ ਜਵਾਨੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਾਂ ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ ਫਿਲਮਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਗੀਤ ਨੇ ਸਾਡੀ ਫਿਲਮ ਇੰਡਸਟਰੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸ਼ੂਟ ਹੋਏ ਨੇ। ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਸਟੋਰੀ ਟੈਲਿੰਗ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਦਿਖਾਈ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਪਪੇਟਸ ਦੇ ਰਾਹੀਂ ਔਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਪਸੰਦ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਭਾਰਤ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਯਾਨੀ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਰਾਜਸਥਾਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾਤਰ ਇਸ ਚੀਜ਼ ਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਸੈਲੀਬ੍ਰੇਟ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ। ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੇ ਇਵੈਂਟਸ ਕਰਾਏ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਨੇ, ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਫੈਸਟੀਵਲਸ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਕਰਾਏ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਨੇ। ਪਰ ਕੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜਾਣਦੇ ਹੋ ਕਿ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੈਲਗਰੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਪਪੇਟਰੀ ਸ਼ੋਜ਼ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ। ਪਪੇਟਸ ਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਔਰ ਅੱਜ ਇਹ ਸਪੈਸ਼ਲ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਤਾਂ ਹੈ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਅੱਜ ਨੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਪਪੇਟਰੀ ਡੇ ਵੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਮਨਾ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਔਰ ਉਸ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਅਸੀਂ ਸੈਲੀਬ੍ਰੇਟ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਸਪਿਰਿਟ ਆਫ ਪਪੇਟਰੀ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਨੇ ਪਿਛਲੇ 33 ਸਾਲਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦੇ ਵੈਂਡੀ। ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਵੈਲਕਮ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਸੋ ਵੈਂਡੀ, first of all, thank you so much for inviting us here and welcome to our show.
Oh, thank you. I'm going to try this. Saksriakal.
Oh, perfect.
Really? I don't think so. But hello. Thank you for coming.
So, Wendy, we'll start from the puppetry and the spirit of puppetry, I will say. So how many years, as I have mentioned, that it's been more than 33 years that you are in this industry or, in this profession or passion, I will say. So why did you started this as a passion?
All right. Well, without giving too much away, it's actually been more than 33 years because I started when I was just a little girl. The W and the P in WP Puppet Theatre actually stands for my name, Wendy, and my best friend, Pam, when we used to climb up into the attic and we would make puppet shows for our family and our friends. And then in 1991, we incorporated as a not-for-profit charitable organization here in Calgary, producing and performing puppet shows and presenting learning experiences in puppetry.
Okay, so what actually motivated you to actually start this puppetry and what inspired you? What was your inspiration? We have seen a lot of shows on TV, like how you operate this and make them talking and everything. It's a bit of hard work, I will say, like person like me cannot even think and imagine to do this, and you have made this your profession as well, your passion as well. So what motivated you?
Well, probably the little girl that was motivated by my mother who said, go and do something. But, and it sort of ended up being like a lifetime vocation, like you say. But once you get involved, the magic of the puppetry, the intellectual bit of it being a metaphor and a symbol, and then just the logistics of putting the show together with the performance and the way you can communicate with people in different ways. And then when people are taking workshops from us, how they can find their voice. Over all these years, there's been so many amazing stories of people using puppetry and people seeing our work, seeing them kind of in their imaginations, seeing them come to life and become their own personalities with their own messages and hopes and dreams. Yeah.
That's great and very fascinating, and I'm very excited to see this. And his name is?
Well, this is Y, okay. And Y is the puppet who answers, because Y is the most important question in the universe.
Yes, it is. Why is everything, right? So how do you manage to create all this creation? Do you create yourself or do you hire people, or how does it work?
But yeah, we do work with other artists. We've had other artists perform, and then we work with other people in arts as arts administrators and as arts as program leaders, delivering the workshops and developing the programs. But I guess the little girl who created the puppets is still there. Writing stories and making the puppets. And I want to make sure I tell your audience about this brand new show that we created called Baxter and Bird. This is something else because we do lots of things. You don't even know how to begin. But we decided we would film a puppet film, make a puppet film. And so we have a 45-minute, which is almost like feature-length film called Baxter and Bird. And those puppets are created by me and the story by me. And it's it's available for screening, and then I go along and tell people about how green screen works. You probably know that whole process, right? Yeah, so we were using that because they're little tabletop puppets. But it's also on a website that people can access. You pay a little access fee, and then you get all the different episodes, and then you get 7 different puppet projects and lots of things to think about and talk about. So Baxter and Bird is my latest project. I mean, Y is my fun little latest project, and Baxter and Bird is my latest big project.
So I have seen your water collection back there, and I think that is inspired, and you are making some story for the water and the animals. And have you created something for the water, like the theme water based story?
Yes. Well, this show that you're mentioning is called Walter the Water Droplet. That's not a tongue twister at all. Walter the Water Droplet. And it's basically the water cycle told as a story. So, there's a water droplet, and he goes up into the clouds, and then he comes down, and then he gets eaten by a cow, and then spoilers, comes out of the cow, joins the river, just the whole water cycle. And so that show is actually part of an event on June the 4th, a big family festival day we're partnering with Highland Park Community Association. And so I'll be performing this little micro, it's not long, it's just a micro puppet show. And then people can also make puppets and see all the other water-related special community guests that we have, because we're reaching out to the people in Calgary, the organizations in Calgary that are involved in water awareness, I guess I'd say.
Oh, that's good. So where are the tickets available? If you can tell us and our community, I think they will be very much interested. And how can they buy? Can they buy online, or they have to call you? Like, what's the procedure?
That was 2 questions. Yes. We sell through Eventbrite. So they just need to log into Eventbrite or go to our website and find out everything else about us, and then go to the link to the Eventbrite. The tickets are just $5 a person. That covers our costs for materials and that. And if people are actually interested at this point, we're still even planning some of the details. So if people actually want to just get involved in the planning part of making a fun event, then we would welcome them to just contact me directly. But otherwise, the June the 4th tickets are Eventbrite.
Nice. So all the details are available on the TV screens. You can just call on that number, and you can log on to the website and get your tickets. It's just $5. I think you and your kids should come and enjoy the show. So I really want to talk about kids now.
Kids, okay.
Yeah, so kids love it. I know. I have a 5-year-old too, and he loves watching all these, puppets and cartoons and everything. So is there any classes for kids too, or is just a show?
We do a lot of learning experiences. We work a lot in schools, and then we do anyone that wants to book us to do a workshop. As far as what to do with children who are in the community, we have done in the past, and we will do next year, starting our puppet pop-up event series again. So every couple months we'll pop up around the city, and we'll do puppet workshops for kids. And meanwhile, if you're really crazy for puppets, we have a whole bunch of DIY projects on our website. So you can access them for free or for $2, and just find your own cereal boxes and whatever you need to make puppets.
No, that's great. I think it's a learning experience for kids as well, and for adults as well. And whoever are passionate about puppets and puppetry, I think you should at least come to that event, and you will get the feel of puppetry. And you never know, maybe you can make a career out of that too, like Wendy did. So I think you should definitely attend this show, and tickets are only $5 each. So I think you should not miss this opportunity. Let's talk about puppets and Indian connection now. So in India, people love puppet shows, and it's not just from today. It's like years and years. It's from centuries they are doing puppet shows, and still they are really famous. They love it. So the puppet show with the story theme, they make all kinds of puppets. And so have you ever had that Indian connection in your stories?
I don't perform with an Indian connection, but as you might be aware, your child is 5, so they haven't quite hit grade 3 yet, but there is India in the school curriculum. And so I've often been going into schools and teaching some Indian culture through puppets. Now, I'm not an expert, and I'm sad to say I've never been to India. It's on my list. I'd like to go. But I have been amazed with the Rajasthani puppets, with the 1-string, 2-string puppets that are just so delightful to make and to use, and they're so happy celebrating all sorts of different events. The wonder and magic of shadow puppets, which goes back, and all the traditions that go with them. The animal, the puppets are made out of animal hide, and the animal has to have died naturally, otherwise it's very bad karma to make it into a puppet. And so those stories, I was even intrigued by a style of puppet, and I don't remember what area it comes from, but the people wear a band around their head. Durban? Durban. Okay, and then the strings are coming down off of the band, and they move their head, and their marionette moves. India is just a plethora of puppet types there, and it's very exciting.
So, Wendy, what would you like to add in your closing remarks, whoever is watching you here?
Well, I think we should give Y the last word, but you're clever enough not to put the microphone by Y's mouth. Gee, you've done that before. So, yes, well, why is the most important question in the whole universe? And I would love to have kids send me questions that I could answer and make a video on my channel, Y's channel. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Y. Thank you. So thank you so much, Wendy. It was a great experience for myself too. You know, as a kid, I was really fascinated with all these puppets, but it was all back of my mind, right? It never came in the front, and I think being in the creative field, being in the media and doing all the creative work, I think this is a really good experience for me, and definitely I will attend your show and we will cover that show for sure. And I will invite each and every one of you, whoever is watching, bring your kids, bring your parents, maybe you should come and attend this event, and it's a family event. You will definitely learn something, and you got to meet Wendy and her team, so you should definitely come there. Thank you so much, Wendy.
Well, thank you so much for having me. How do I say thank you in Punjabi? Tanwa. Thank you.
Thank you is good. We say thank you all the time. So, and thank you so much, Wendy, once again. And thank you ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਰਾਹੀਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜੇ। ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਮਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਸਵਾਲ ਹੈ ਇਸ ਇਵੈਂਟ ਬਾਰੇ, ਜੋ ਡਿਟੇਲਸ ਨੇ ਨਾ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਵੀ, ਉਹ ਸਾਰੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਕੰਪਿਊਟਰ ਸਕਰੀਨ 'ਤੇ ਜਾਂ ਫਿਰ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਫੋਨ ਦੀ ਸਕਰੀਨ 'ਤੇ ਜਾਂ TV ਸਕਰੀਨ 'ਤੇ, ਜਿੱਥੇ ਵੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਡਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਦੇਖ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ, ਉੱਥੇ ਪਹੁੰਚ ਜਾਣਗੀਆਂ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਾਲ ਕਰਕੇ ਜਾਂ ਵੈਬਸਾਈਟ 'ਤੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਟਿਕਟਸ ਵੀ ਲੈ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰਨੀ ਹੈ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਾਲ ਕਰ ਲਓ, ਜਾਂ ਫਿਰ ਸਾਨੂੰ BTV 'ਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਾਲ ਕਰਕੇ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਲੈ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਜਦੋਂ ਦੇ ਵੀ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਦੇ ਕੋਈ ਇਵੈਂਟ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ, ਆਈ ਥਿੰਕ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਉੱਥੇ ਪਹੁੰਚਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈ। ਔਰ ਮੈਂ ਬਾਰ-ਬਾਰ ਇਸ ਚੀਜ਼ 'ਤੇ ਐਮਫਸਿਸ ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ, ਇੱਕ ਫੈਮਿਲੀ ਇਵੈਂਟ ਹੈ, ਆਪਣੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਲਈ ਇੱਕ ਲਰਨਿੰਗ ਇਵੈਂਟ ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ ਹੈ, ਔਰ ਇੱਕ ਡਿਫਰੈਂਟ ਜਿਹਾ ਇਵੈਂਟ ਹੈ। ਸੋ ਉੱਥੋਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਘਰੋਂ ਨਿਕਲੋ, ਔਰ ਜੂਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੌਸਮ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ, ਔਰ ਇੱਕ ਡਿਫਰੈਂਟ ਐਕਸਪੀਰੀਅੰਸ ਲੈ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਇੱਦਾਂ ਦੇ ਹੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਹਾਜ਼ਰ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਰਵਾਂਗੇ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬਸ ਇਤਮੀਨਾਨ ਨਾਲ, ਆਰਾਮ ਨਾਲ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਰਹਿਣਾ ਹੈ BTV, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਰਹਿਣਾ ਹੈ ਬੀ ਪੋਜ਼ਿਟਿਵ ਐਂਡ ਆਲਵੇਜ਼ ਬੀ ਯੋਰਸੈਲਫ।
I'm Y. I'm the puppet who answers. Kids send me questions and I think about it and then I give them an answer. Like recently I said, why do birds fly? And so I had to think about, why do birds fly? And why do we do empathy? That was a tough one. We do empathy so that the world is a better place. People are nicer to each other and nicer to puppets too. Empathy, yeah.
ਇੱਦਾਂ ਦੇ ਹੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਹਾਜ਼ਰ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਰਵਾਂਗੇ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬਸ ਇਤਮੀਨਾਨ ਨਾਲ, ਆਰਾਮ ਨਾਲ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਰਹਿਣਾ ਹੈ BTV, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਰਹਿਣਾ ਹੈ ਬੀ ਪੋਜ਼ਿਟਿਵ ਐਂਡ ਆਲਵੇਜ਼ ਬੀ ਯੋਰਸੈਲਫ।